Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to another mod review. Today I will be discussing 4 mods of Kingdom Come Deliverance, but before we start I wanted to have a quick look at the current state of the game. The mod scene hasn't really kicked off yet. Not too many people are focusing on modding, so until Warhorse Studios actually provide modders with the appropriate tools, you'll probably not see that many creative and interesting mods just yet. So I personally really hope that these tools will be granted. I think it will greatly increase the longevity of the game. I mean, you can see it with Skyrim, which is a game from 2011. And this game can use these kind of mods as well. It would be the perfect game for it, to be honest. For now though, the mods are quite limited. And here are the 4 mods that I wanted to talk about for this mod review video. Enjoy. The first mod of today is a sorted inventory created by Haslam. And a sorted inventory attempts to fix the problem that the main game has, which is that you cannot sort the inventory based on item category. You can sort on name and on weight and on value and on condition and these kind of things, but you cannot sort the inventory based on whether the item is, let's say, a halberd or a chest piece or a hat or boots, which especially when you visit vendors makes it really difficult, and you have to scroll through basically the entire inventory of the vendor to figure out which pieces you can buy and where these specific pieces go, unless you're like a medieval historian and you instantly know where specific pieces should be on Henry's body. The mod, however, has a few drawbacks, and one of the main drawbacks is that these names are basically too long. What the mod author did was just made changes in the actual descriptions of items, so just changing one of the base files of the game, which is completely fine, but the result is that some of these names are too long that they don't actually fit in the inventory screen anymore. For example, some of these texts go right through the icon that indicates that you equipped an item, which is quite impractical. I used this mod for a little while, but in the end decided, well, I would rather learn where the inventory types are supposed to be going than walk around with like a sort of messy text in my inventory. But to each his own, right? This is definitely helpful, especially at the start of the game where you're gonna be buying probably quite some stuff from vendors, and then this mod is really ideal. But just when I'm like questing or adventuring and not really needing any more upgrades for my armor, it's not all that necessary. We're on to the second mod of today. This is the HUD on-off binding by Alexander Senge or Senge. And what this mod does is it binds a key to your HUD. And with this key, or 2 keys actually, you can toggle your HUD on or off. You just have to add 2 lines to your user.cfg file, and in these files you also determine what key you will bind to toggling the HUD on or off. By default it is the key 8 and 9 on the keyboard, which works for me. And this is especially nice if you just either want to fully immerse yourself in the game, or are someone like me, wanting to make maybe screenshots or videos and not have the HUD show up all the time. Simple, effective, but very useful to have. Third mod of today is No Vignettes by IceKK. And this mod is basically just as simple as the previous one, because for some reason Warhorse Studios decided to put vignettes both in the game and in the menus and in some other things such as sprinting. And you guessed it, No Vignettes by IceKK will remove these vignettes. Pretty simple, pretty easy. You can see there on the screen the before and after. And this is basically all you need to know if you don't like vignettes, because, you know, they make the whole game look a bit more dark and less, let's say, vibrant. Then this mod is definitely for you. The last mod, but definitely not least, is NPCs complain less when bumped by BlacRyu. In the vanilla game, it almost takes nothing to annoy people. You only have to bump in them ever so lightly and they will start asking, what the hell are you doing? oh
What the
watch
hell are
out,
you doing?
that kind of thing. You can see it right over here.
Look where you're going.
Hey, watch it.
And this doesn't only happen if you run into people, which would maybe sort of be okay, but also when you stand in their path, they just keep walking and then still they start screaming at you. So for BlacRyu, this was reason enough to come up with two versions of this mod. Either the NPCs are just silent and don't respond at all, or they start only like grunting and mumbling a little bit, which is the NPC's lesser complaint version. And it's actually really good. You can see the results over here.
I could die.
Huh? Huh? Huh?
If you like these mods, ladies and gentlemen, just download them and endorse them, see if they also work for you. For now, I would like to thank you for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye bye.